brain exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine and Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor. That you can't wait to comment on my mistakes and my blunders. Hey, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I'm the most hated, but play I'm taking your date and your woman. Oh dang, your date is your woman. I trade her later if you want her. And she bring friction like Raiden and Blanca. Statements behaving like Saint Dangerous when drinking angry. The same with a mama. Pain with no gain is a bomber. Hit you with sticks.
What's going on, y'all? What it is, man? It's your boy. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Pull Out Game Podcast, episode 60. You know the vibes, man. This the big 6-0. Yeah, you know? Yeah, man. Look, I appreciate y'all subscribing. You know what I'm saying? The subscriber count done went up. Thanks to y'all, you know what I'm saying, watching and showing love, and appreciate the comments. Man, I appreciate the likes and the support, the shares and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about stocks and bonds. I'm talking about the shares, you know, getting it out to your people. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, this episode 60 to the Pull Out Game Podcast, man. You know the vibes, man. Like, man, been walking a long road, man. You know what I'm saying? But enjoying every step of the way. Yeah, man, but you already know the jersey's on the way. You know what I'm saying? I got this authentic, this stick Jordan, you know, this North Carolina MJ. This ain't the authentic MJ that he wore when he played, but you know, it's like a custom made Jordan North Carolina jersey. You know, I just like the way it looked. I had it for years, man, and you know, I pulled out the authentic MJ that he wore. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this the bag, you know, look custom made MJ. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I pulled out the MJ that he wore when he won the championship back in '82. It was on one of the episodes, the authentic North Carolina MJ, man. That's hard to find. Y'all look through the episodes, it's there. But look, don't worry about it. I might pull it out again on another episode, man. You know, a lot of the jerseys coming back. Y'all been requesting, like, y'all want to see some of the recap of the old jersey. So that's coming back. So y'all stay tuned. Got a lot of new jersey, a lot of throwbacks. You know what I'm saying? We throwing back some throwbacks. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just stay tuned, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot more in store on the Pull Out Game Podcast. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? You never know what jersey's going to hit. You just never know what you're going to get. So y'all just got to stay tuned, man. But you know, in the news and a lot of stuff been going on, and you know, I might fall back for a minute, you know, might don't drop an episode a certain week or something, but you know, life's still going on. It's still moving. And in the midst of it moving, you know, there's a lot of chaos be out here. A lot of good stuff be going on, but be a lot of chaos too. And what I'm talking about is, man, what in the love and hip hop is going on with the female rappers? Like, what y'all got going on, man? Like, what's really good, man? I mean, you know, a lot of people always be saying we gotta take care of our black queens and we gotta protect our black queens and this and that. But I'm just saying, man, it's a lot of beefing amongst females with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how can we protect the black queen like when they fight each other? But you know, it's a lot going on. I don't know if y'all heard about it. You know, if y'all in the realm of the hip hop world and, you know, all what's going on, man. You know, I keep a, you know, little ear to the street. You know what I'm saying? What's going on out there. But, you know, you got Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and it's a lot of beefing going on, man. Like Nicki Minaj, like, you know, well, Cardi B dropped the album and, you know what I'm saying, called Am I the Drummer? And Nicki Minaj, she always think people taking shots at her, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, you know, what she was thinking, you know. But, you know, that's up for her to debate. If, you know, she thinks somebody taking shots at her, you know, that's her call, you know. Who am I to judge if she think that? If she think that, that's what she think. She got a right to think that, you know, to be fair. But the thing what's going on is, you know, when Cardi B dropped her album, Cardi B was taking shots at everybody. It's a female named Bia, B-I-A. And he took, you know what I'm saying, she took shots at her. She took shots at like Ice Spice and you know, and she took a shot at JT, I think the rapper JT from the City Girls with Young Miami, you know, P. Diddy girlfriend, you know, city girls and stuff. But yeah, JT took a shot at her, and they went back and forth, and you know, I think all this started though. Nicki Minaj popped it off. She was saying like, you know, she felt like Cardi B was taking shots at her and trying to get at her and stuff like that. So, you know, they had like their crazy Twitter rant. You know what I'm saying? They started talking about the kids. They started talking about the baby daddy. They started talking about, you know, they doing coke and drinking. They got drug problems. And, I mean, they were just him below the belt. They didn't give a damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter how it sounded, how it looked. They were getting at each other. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? Cardi B's sister chimed in, started beefing with certain female rappers and stuff. Her name Hennessy, I think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think she was beefing with the girl JT or Nicki Minaj. She was beefing, and then I heard Megan Thee Stallion said something about, you know, Nicki Minaj ain't the queen no more. I don't know if that was AI made or what, but they said, you know, Megan Thee Stallion jumped in, and then like everybody just jumping in. Everybody jumping in. Nicki Minaj took a shot at the Breakfast Club, and then, you know, it spilled over a little bit with that, cause, you know, Charlamagne, he don't let nothing faze him. DJ Envy, he wasn't worried about it. He was standing out the female beef. Nicki Minaj called Lauren LaRosa, born Lauren. She didn't take no phase of it. But, you know, Jess, hilarious. You know, she a comedian. Don't get it twisted. She on the Breakfast Club, you know, but she a comedian. And, you know, she lived for stuff like that. She came up famous off, like, roasting people in them little Vine videos and stuff. Like, that what she came up for, you know, about. So, she got famous off that. So, when she took a shot at Jess Hilarious, she called Jess Hilarious Jess with the testicles. But she got a segment called Jess with the mess. So, Nicki Minaj flipped and called it Jess with the testicles. Like, they're trying to say she got, you know, she got privates. It's trying to say that, you know, she got a penis. Trying to say that she's a man. But Jess Hilarious is a comedian, so gotta have thick skin. And, you know, she ain't really crack no joke, but she was just saying, like, you know, all this stuff messy with all the females doing, and Nicki Minaj need counseling, and she need, you know, she need to see a shrink or whatever, and she just, you know, she ain't right in the head. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on, but why are all these females beefing, though? Like, what is going on? Like, Kendrick and Drake and you know, everybody had their thing, and I don't know, now I guess it's the female's turn, I guess. There's a cycle going around, the female turn to go. Then, you know, JT from the City Girls, she dropped a diss track called Barney B. Instead of Cardi B, she called it Barney B or something like that. I ain't gonna lie. I heard the first time, I was like, man, it's all right, you know. But then I heard it again, just sat down and listened to it. I ain't gonna lie. JT from the City Girl went in on Cardi B. She went in. Like, I didn't, you know, she had some bars on there, like, you know, she did a thing, man. I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, she had some punchlines in there, and, you know, you could tell she wrote it. It sounded like a City Girl type of battle if they wrote a battle rap. But, but JT, out the City Girl, and Young Miami and everybody, she the best out the group rapping wise. Like JT, I gotta get it to her. You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying much because Young Miami ain't really no good rapper, and I think it's another girl in the group. I don't know, but JT the best in the group. JT went at Cardi B. Everybody doing Twitter rants. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, JT, Cardi B's sister Hennessy, and I think Megan got into it. Everybody like dropping tweets and stuff. But JT, the only one jumped over the fence like that dog on sand, like, and you know, went at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Well, not everybody, but went at Cardi B. And it's like a little 4-minute diss track. She did a thing though, like, you know what I'm saying? And I applaud her because she jumped out the gate. You know what I'm saying? She jumped over the gate. And she wasn't just doing no Twitter rant. She got tired of doing the Twitter finger. And she she gave it to Cardi B, man. I don't know what Cardi B gonna say back. You know what I'm saying? You know, this episode air. I don't know what's gonna happen, you know, after the episode go off. You know, shit. Cardi B might be done drop the song while I'm doing the episode. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I should have went live. You know what I'm saying? Then I probably could have kept up with it. I don't know. But the thing is though, man, all this beefing going on over like really nothing. Like, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really nothing. I mean, nothing at all. I mean, nobody got stabbed in the foot. Well, I know they had with Megan, some would have her foot, but that was something else. But I mean, I'm just saying though, nobody got hurt. Uh, Nobody got done wrong. Nobody got cheated out of no money. Uh, nothing really crazy happened. Just like female estrogen ego type stuff. I don't know, man, but I guess they're in a masculine mode. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of female talking about, I got my masculine energy and all that. So it seems like they're trying to match the energy of the men. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the ego problem is. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of love in hip hop, a lot of champagne glass throwing type energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man, but JT, the only one threw a jab out there. You know what I'm saying, in the booth, and we're just gonna have to see. But y'all calm that down, man. Y'all chill out. You know what I'm saying? Get a drink. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all some or whatever y'all got to do. Chill. Sit on top of washing machine for an hour. I don't know, man. But just chill out, man. Go knit a sweater or something, man. Go do some music, positive music for the young female, talking about how they should make it and how they should, progress in the world and and grow up to be a respectable young lady. Let's talk about that. Let's do that, man. What happened to the We Are the World music, man? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like them days gone in the wind. We are the world, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though, man. But at the end of the day though, battling and diss tracks on wax and diss tracks stuff, it's all part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So ain't really nothing wrong with that though. It's just the part that they taking a low blow, talking about the kids and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like hitting low blow, but at the end of the day, when you're in a battle, anything goes, man. Anything goes. Like anything goes. And like with me, I'm not perfect or nothing like that, but I know if it was like a diss track with me, it wasn't like, come on, man. It's what it is. Cause at the end of the day, nobody perfect. So, you can have the most perfect person like out there that just claim he's so perfect and he never did wrong, this and that. But if somebody disagree with him and don't like him and just say like they rap or they just might make a gossip column or whatever like that, they gonna find some dirt on that person that's so-called perfect. Cause nobody's perfect. Like, only person you can't find dirt on is God and Jesus. Like, and I mean, you gotta cut the deck after that. Like, there's nobody else, like, you know what I'm saying, that's just perfect like that. You can't find, and Jesus, he was on earth. And he had it ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? He was an image of God, but he was mortal on earth. So, I don't know if he really had like flaws or what like that, but at the end of the day though, Jesus is Jesus. He's the man. You know what I'm saying? And the man that over him they say is God. You know what I'm saying? So that's God's child, Jesus. So, but them the only two that I know that been called perfect. Nobody else, anybody is up for grabs. Like anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all part of sports though. In the hip hop world, like it's competition in hip hop. Like this track been going on for years, man. Busy B, Kool Moe Dee, LL Cool J, Cannabis, Ice Cube, NWA, Nas, Jay-Z, Pac and Big, Common and Ice Cube. I mean, you go on for days, man. I mean, Master Ace dissed like a lot of people, the Boogeyman and High and Mighty. I mean, come on, man. So, that's a lot. I'm a hip hop head, so I know about all that. Of course, y'all know about Kendrick and Drake. I mean, it's been going on for years. That's what happens. That's what go on. But anyway, man, there's a lot of more battles too that Jadakiss and Benny Siegel. I mean, you got countless. You got countless rappers, man. That doing stuff, man. So it's part of life, part of hip hop. So, but yeah, look, we finna get into the first jersey, man. Y'all know the jersey finna go down. Just won't speak on the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and Hennessy and JT and this person, that person. Old McDonald had a form, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy out here. But look, the first jersey we finna get into, man. I know I say this all the time, but that's what's in the closet. Like, legendary players. Like, what you expect? You want me like have a fifth string that give they get water for everybody? What you mean? Like, this what's going on? This the Pullout Game podcast, man. That name means something, man. Y'all see the light in the back? Y'all see the canvas in the back? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the pillows, see the years ahead sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the vibes, man. But look, we finna get into this first jersey, man. Dude is a legend. He had his bumps in the road. He had to fight, and he had his struggles, and he worked his way to the top to be an iconic legend, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't easy getting there. It was not easy at all. Like, dude, he caught a lot of troubles, a lot of bumps in the road, like I said, and but he progressed. You know what I'm saying? He prevailed. You know what I'm saying? He reached the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? But look, the first jersey finna get into, y'all let me know if y'all know who this dude is, man. You know, the lineup today gonna be crazy. Y'all stay tuned. It's going down. Like I said, I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for just tuning in, man. Just seeing what your boy got going on, man. Just Pullout Game, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the shades on today. You know, they call these the legendary shades. You know what I'm saying? But I pull them out every episode. You know, every blue moon, I pull them out on the episode. You just never know, man. Just if I'm feeling that, the rock the shades. You know what I'm saying? The shades, they coming on. But look, the first jersey finna pull out is this dude right here, man. I'm talking about proud to show this dude. Jersey, authentic, all stick, everything. Check this dude out, man. Who we got here? Who we got next? Who we got first? This dude right here, man. This dude right here. Y'all see this, man. Y'all see the vibes, man. Y'all see the vibe. Look, man, if I even get to it, finna do it like this, man. Y'all see who that is, man. Yeah, man. 1998, 1999, all-state everything. Dirk Nowitzki jersey, man. This that Dirk Nowitzki jersey. Y'all stop playing with Dirk, man. Dirk is a legend, dude. Come on, man. Dirk, man. Dirk, you did your thing, my boy. Let's talk about Dirk, man. Man, Dirk don't get enough credit, dude. Let's talk about Dirk Nowitzki, man. All-state everything Dirk, man. Jersey's cold, man. This the Pullout Game podcast, man. Like y'all know, man. This episode 60. 6-0, the big 6-0, man. You know what I'm saying? The same number that Kobe dropped the amount of points in his last basketball game. 60, man. 6-0, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Dirk Nowitzki, man. Let's talk about old Dirk. Y'all see it, man. It's cold, man. All stick, everything Dirk, man. Yeah. This is rookie season jersey, too, man. Then when Dirk first got in the league, in 98, 99, man. That's what they say, don't? Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say? What you say. That boy didn't play. Yeah, man, they Dirk all still everything, man. Look at that, man. I'm talking about, man, not a stain on the joint. Yeah, Dirk, man. Let's talk about old Dirk, though, man. Let's talk about old Dirk real quick, dog. Come on, man. Man, look, man. Dirk Nowitzki, man. Let's talk about Dirk. Let's bring it up a little closer. Come on, man. Dirk Nowitzki, man. Now, he is a prodigy, man. He like, you know what I'm saying? He from Wolfsburg, Germany. West Germany. You know what I'm saying? He born in 1978. And Dirk, he came up playing and he didn't come up playing basketball. He came up playing like tennis and handball. And then, he had that height. And then, somebody said, he should take on, pursuing basketball, at least try it out. You know what I'm saying? See what you got. Let's see what you got going on. And then he started trying to play basketball. He started trying to get in there and do his thing. And it's a dude, he was a legendary player over there in West Germany. And he seen Dirk play in like high school and or like coming up in the ranks. And I forgot his name, Holger West Winger, something like that. He from Germany. But he took Dirk under his wing. He seen Dirk had some potential. He could like do some things and he already had the height, that was given. And yeah, he didn't, his coach, the dude that coached him, he didn't really believe in like weights and stuff because they said it would cause friction in the muscles and stuff. So he, he was believing strictly on just like natural gain. You know what I'm saying? So he was so into like he made Dirk like learn math. Well, Dirk was good at math, but he made him like learn physics and stuff like, how the ball go in the goal and like the distances between the goal and like his jump shot and like where the ball is. So he studied physics and quantum physics, all this type of stuff. And he made him listen to a lot of jazz. You know what I'm saying? Cause jazz is like a smooth vibe, and when you dance to jazz, it gives you like a smooth type of rhythm. So he made Dirk like listen to a lot of jazz, and then he made him like not take ballerina lessons, but like indulge in ballerina. So when y'all see Dirk on the court and he do that one step fade away, that one leg fade away, that's like ballerina type. That's where he got it from. Like his coach like instilled that type of vibe in him, them type of lessons. Like he was learning other stuff outside of basketball that taught him basketball. Kind of like Mr. Miyagi, what he did to Daniel-san. Daniel-san was waxing them cars. Daniel-san like, why the hell I gotta keep doing this? Why? What did this help? How is this helping me? What's going on? Then he found out, wax on, wax off, and grab the arm defense and all that stuff. Like, so yeah, he would learn the stuff outside of what he was supposed to be learning, and it helped him, for basketball. Just like Daniel-san with karate and Mr. Miyagi. So, he learned it, and then his coach asked him, like, do you want to just be a local star in Germany, or you want to take on the world's best? Like, be an NBA player. Like, everybody know, let's be real. Everybody know NBA is the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? You got the foreign players, they getting better now, but NBA players are the best. They are the best. They the standard. So Dirk, he replied back, I don't want to be the local greatest. I want to be like one of the global best, like the best of the best. I want to compete for like global greatness. So he had to go to the NBA. And another thing I want to say too, how Dirk really, really got infatuated with basketball. The Dream Team back in '92 was like traveling everywhere. And, of course, they went to Germany. And, yeah, Dirk had seen Jordan play in the Dream Team. He was like mesmerized when he seen him. So ever since then, he was like, shit, I want to shoot ball. I want to play. So, he gravitated to that. So, moving right along, the coach started coaching him, and he was learning what he needed to learn. And they had like a high school, like a world domination world basketball game, like USA versus like the world or something like that. And yeah, what's the name? Dirk, he took off. He did his thing. He scored like 32 points or something like that. He was amazing. And ever since then, with scouts looking at him and, thinking about drafting him, and, cause he played in the overseas league. He ended up playing in the overseas league, and when he played over there, they was looking at him. They was like, damn, this dude got it. And they ain't waste no time. You know what I'm saying? They drafted him in the first round. He was the 9th pick in the first round. And Dirk, a lot of people think Dirk got drafted by the Mavericks, but he didn't get drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. Even though he played his whole career with them, but he didn't get drafted by the Mavericks. He got drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's crazy that happened too, because, it was like a decade before Dirk got there, the Dallas Mavericks wasn't doing nothing. And Don Nelson knew that a lot of teams wanted Dirk. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Phoenix Suns, the Celtics, there was a lot of teams wanted Dirk. A lot of teams, they were hearing about him. His name was bubbling. But I don't know, I think Don Nelson did like a crazy, risky like strategy. What he did, he's supposed to have got Dirk as soon as he could, but he took a risk and didn't get him. It's a basketball player, I don't know if y'all know him, Robert Tractor Trailer. They end up getting him. Dallas Maverick got him in the 6th round. And they could have got Dirk. But they waited and got Robert Tractor Trailer. And when they got Robert Tractor Trailer in the first round, the 6th pick, the 9th pick in the first round, the Milwaukee Bucks got Dirk Nowitzki. And then Don Nelson did like some crazy switch move that he did where he ended up trading Robert Tractor Trailer for Dirk. And Dirk ended up going to Dallas. And, you know, Robert Tractor Trailer ended up going to the Bucks. And then it's another dude that they had named Pat Garrity on Dallas. They ended up trading him to Phoenix. And Phoenix, they traded Pat Garrity to Phoenix. And after that, Phoenix had Steve Nash. And Steve Nash ended up going to Dallas. So they switched out the Pat Garrity dude for Steve Nash. Steve Nash ended up going to Dallas. So I was like, damn, so Don Nelson pulled off the crazy move where he ended up getting Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash. Y'all stay tuned. Got some Steve Nash jersey too. Dallas Mavericks, Steve Nash, and Phoenix, and y'all stay tuned, man. You know, it only keep moving, man. It's the pullout game. But look, back to the subject at hand, though. Dirk Nowitzki, he went to Dallas, and, you know, when he arrived there in 1998, you know what I'm saying, he was like wet behind the ears. You know, he didn't really know much of the American culture, and, you know, when he was on the court, people were bullying him around. They had a lockout season that year too, so it was just like real brutal for him, man. They ended up having the season and like a little short-lived season, but, you know, he had to go against competition, and he didn't have time to practice like he wanted because the lockout season, and he didn't have a preseason, and, you know, it was like real different from him, man. He wasn't used to this culture of American, man. He had, like, you know, he wasn't used to like the fast food drive-thrus. He wasn't used to none of that. He wasn't used to like the locker room banters that, you know, they talking stuff, and he wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even used to them calling him Rook. You know, everybody know Rook mean rookie, but he never understood like what Rook was. Like, hey Rook, what up Rook? He wasn't used to that. He wasn't used to none of that. Then when he played on the court, they were pushing him around, and you know, they were calling him. It got to one point they were calling him Irk Nowitzki, not Dirk Nowitzki, Irk Nowitzki. They took the D off because they said he didn't have no defense, so they started calling him Irk Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying? So it was getting real rough for him, man. It was rough, man. This dude right here, it wasn't panning out, man, and they was like basically like exposing him on the court, man, and, you know, he had a little jump shot, but it wasn't sticking like it's supposed to. And they were just exposing him, man. You know, they were locking down crazy defense on him. He couldn't do nothing with them boys. And then I think his first season, he averaged like 7 or 8 points a game. Like, not 78, 7 or 8 points a game. I won't say like 7 points per game. 7.47 per game or something like that. But 7.7, I don't know, it was something like that. But dude was not producing. He was not producing. He was not doing his thing. And, you know, it got to one, and then like I said, the fans were booing him too. And it got to one point, it got so bad that he called his coach that been coaching, his German coach. He begged his coach to ask him, like, man, can I come back to Germany and just play there? And then coach said, hell no. We did all that training in the gyms and the facilities and training and hard and just training for you to be great, not for you to like whine and run back home with your tail tucked between your legs. It's time to do that. We put the work in to play with these boys, tough this thing out. So he practiced some more. You know what I'm saying? He got better in all season, and he still had Steve Nash with him, and you know they were still working things out. Steve Nash, you know, he's like assist king. You know, he gonna give it to you. You know, he got it handled. He gonna give you the ball. He was giving Dirk easier look. They were gelling more because, you know, Dirk and Nash, they became good friends. Like when they was on the road, they were roommates. You know, they were like best friends. They were like brothers. So, you know, he had him with him, and you know, they was like, they were trying to knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to make some moves. And, you know, the second season, Dirk started averaging like 17 points per game. It wasn't 7 points per game no more. It was 17. He went from 7 to 17 and just, you know what I'm saying, the span of another season. So yeah, Dirk, he was clawing away, and you know, they wasn't making the playoffs still, but they weren't the laughing stock of the league no more. You know, they were actually winning games, and you know, they were like you know, one slot out of the AC to make the playoffs, and they, you know, they was in contention, and you know, and they kept running into, like, you know, the Sacramento Kings. They ran a lot into the San Antonio Spurs. They ran a lot into them, man. And Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Ginobili, and them boys just, it was just too much for them, man. And they just couldn't do nothing with them boys, man. But you know, time went on, and you know, he had a guy there, his guy, Steve Nash. But Steve Nash, he wasn't feeling the way, you know, direction that the team was going, and he was getting frustrated. He feel he wasn't getting paid proper. He feel like, you know, the spotlight was never on him. Even though Steve Nash a team player, he felt like it just wasn't working. It just not. You know what I'm saying? So he got frustrated. He demanded a trade. He ended up going back to the Phoenix Suns, where he, you know, where he got drafted from. And you know, after that, Steve Dirk Nowitzki, he felt like he was on his own then. You know, he didn't have his go-to guy. And, you know, they built, you know, the team around him. You know, they had Michael Finley there. You know, Michael Finley. And, you know, he ended up leaving soon. You know, sooner or later, he ended up leaving. So, you know, they built the team around him. And, you know, 2006, it was, he ran into, the Miami Heat. And the Miami Heat, man, that's before LeBron got there. That was just Wade and Shaq. And, you know, it's crazy, too, because Dallas, they was up like 2-0. And I don't know, man. Dwayne Wade, them boys woke up. And, you know, they just took off after that. They won 4 straight and beat Dallas 4-2 in the finals. 2006. And 2007 was the year Dirk won his MVP award. You know what I'm saying? He was most valuable player of the season. So big shout out to Dirk with that. And, you know, they kept clawing away, you know, and, you know, like I said, his dog, his homie, his compadre, Steve Nash, gone. And he's still trying to figure it out. So he came into the other season, like, wasn't smiling no more. He wasn't like the gullible Dirk that like to laugh and joke. He was locked in, like, just ready to ball and play. Wasn't nothing funny. He was, like, hungry for it. He got tired of just coming up short every season. So, like I said, they were clawing away. They still couldn't manage to, you know, get there. You know, one season, Dirk was like kind of close to getting there, but, you know, they had San Antonio right where they want them. Like, the person in the team that was knocking them out, they had them on the rope. And then, what you know, Dirk had ended up getting hurt, man. And he was out for the rest of the playoffs. So that wiped that situation out. But then you had the 2011 season, you know what I'm saying, 2011, 2012 season, you know, it was like another lockout. You know what I'm saying? Another lockout type season. What that 2012, 2013? I can't remember 2011, but I want to say that was a lockout season too. And Dirk had to go up against, you know, the big three, you know, LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, you know. And, you know, around this time, man, like, a lot of the players had left. They had Jason Kidd. Like, a lot of people were feeling he was on the back end of his career. Jason Kidd wasn't really, like, in his prime no more. Then they had, you know, Jason Terry. They still had him. He was a sniper. And then they had J.J. Barea. He was, like, running all over the place with, the you know, the little energy guy. So, I don't know. Dirk was the only, like, star on the team. You know, they didn't have no other all-stars, no other superstar, nobody in his shadow or nothing. It was just like Dirk and a lot of role players, you know. So they had Tyson Chandler, you know what I'm saying? He set the tone for defense. And then, you know, they had the main source of the offense was like Dirk, you know what I'm saying? He was a prime objective. So I don't know, they had to go against, like, the Miami Heat. So it was to the point, like, let's see what we can do with that against them boys. And, man, it's crazy because Miami, I think they went up 2-0. No, they went up, it was 1-1, I think. They went up 1-1. And then when they went up 1-1, well, Miami and Dallas, it was tied 1-1. Miami was up 1-0. Then Dallas ended up winning the second game. Okay. And then the third game was a tiebreaker. And then Miami, the Heat ended up winning that. They used to call Miami Heat the Heatles. Like the Beatles. Like, you know, they the famous, you know, commodity, the famous team, the famous group, like the Beatles was. So they called them the Heatles. But anyway, Miami went up 2-1. And then, so between game 3 and 4, in between that, they haven't played yet, you know, Dirk had caught like this bad flu or bad cold. And, you know, he was like day to day. And, you know, they had a glimpse. They caught a camera shot, a video shot of Wade and LeBron making fun of Dirk. Talking about, you know, I think I got a cold. What about you, Bron? Like, you sick? And then, you know, Bron, he'll play along with it. Like, he got a cold. They trying to make fun of Dirk. So Dirk didn't say nothing back. He didn't respond nothing in the media or nothing. He didn't say nothing back. All thing he did was just produce. It lit a fire up under him. He on a mission like, I ain't gonna say nothing in the media or respond back. They trying to knock me for having a cold. I'm just gonna show and prove on the court. So he got on the court, represented, man, all the struggles, all the ups and downs, all the different teammates that he went through playing with. And, you know, really being on his own, not having like a prominent, dominant superstar next to him or all-star next to him. And, you know, he just had to go through it alone. And he had like his role player. And, you know, he was the guy. So, they was up 2-1, you know what I'm saying? And game 4, I'm telling you, Dirk went off. Cooked him. The game tied at 2. You know what I'm saying? Then it was tied. Then after it was tied at 2. Dirk and Dallas, they end up winning game 5. You know what I'm saying? So now it's 3-2. Then they closed them out in 6. Dallas beat them in 6. Dirk won their first championship. I'm like, what do we got here? The championship, the dude that and then, you know, when they won, he didn't do no celebration. He just walked off, just wiped the sweat off his face, and just went in the locker room and just was thankful. You know, and, you know, the parade, he was subtle. When they had the parade, I remember watching the parade, he was subtle, he was chill. And he didn't, when they gave him a trophy for the most, you know, final MVP, he didn't brag or boast. You know, he just thanked the fans that, you know, for sticking around with Dallas and him and watching his ups and downs. And he was just so humble about everything, man. So, you know, he could have went out in the blaze of glory, could have chilled out, and just retired after that. But he played some more season, you know, and just showing that, you know, it's still life in basketball with him, that, you know, it's still more left that he want to play. He loved the game. And then, you know, he stuck around long enough. Now he's a special advisor for the Dallas Mavericks. You know, it's a special advisor, like, you know, you could be a coach, a mentor, advisor, you know, a trainer. I mean, whatever you want to be to help the team out. He's a special advisor, you know. He might see something, he could help a player out or whatever, help the team out. Or he say something to the coach. He might can, you know, see something that the offense or the defense doing on the opposing team that they can counteract with it. You know, help the team out any way he can. He's a special advisor. So after that, you end up having, you know, Luka Doncic. He ended up being, you know, coming to the team, and he was mentoring Luka, you know. And Luka ended up getting better and better, you know what I'm saying, helping him with his shot, you know. Luka started doing the one-legged fadeaway and all that, man. So shout out to Dirk, you know what I'm saying. He climbed that mountain and got that trophy, man, the final MVP, and won the championship. Like, I mean, he did his thing, man. So big shout out to Dirk, man. What we finna do now? Finna show the jersey again. Yeah, man. The Dirk. Yeah, y'all see the vibes, man. Y'all see it? Dirk. It is Dirk Nowitzki, man. Yeah, so y'all know the vibes. Dirk. Stop playing with Dirk, man. He climbed that mountain and got that ring, man. I'd like to show that 41 up close, man. Y'all see the vibes, man. Nowitzki, man. It's spelled right. It's spelled right. Y'all know it. All still everything. Ain't nothing fake here, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. I just want to give a shout out to Dirk. Dirk Nowitzki, man. Oh, man. I like to drop the mic. Come on. Come on. Come on. Can't drop this mic. No. Cost too much. But look, man. Oh, we get the jersey right. But look, Dirk Nowitzki, thank you for all the years that you played. I mean, you was amazing, man. Like, you are a great player, a great ambassador for the game. You came in United States and represent the right way, and you learned as you went, and you was a winner as you left. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a shout out to Dirk, man. All-State everything, Dirk Nowitzki jersey, man. This that Dirk, All-State everything, Dirk, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, early in his career, they called him Irk Nowitzki because they say he had no defense. But later on, when they won the championship and he started developing like defense, he locked in on defense. He started realizing defense is important as a game, And my favorite player all time, KD. KD do like the one-legged fadeaway jump shot. Oh, that came from Dirk. We got to get at the Dirk, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, KD learned some stuff from Dirk. You know what I'm saying? So, Dirk, you know what I'm saying? He was that guy. So, got to show love to Dirk, man. Appreciate you. All the years, you did your thing. And this that Dirk Nowitzki, Dallas Maverick, championship player Dallas Maverick, All-State everything, finals MVP winner, Dirk Nowitzki. Y'all hold that thing down, man. Stay tuned for segment 2. And Dirk, you was that guy.
My brain is exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor.
What's going on, man? What's going on? This your boy Hen, checking back on in, man. Episode 60. Segment 2 to the Pull Out Game podcast, man. You already know what's going on, man. The jersey's still on deck. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just not tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Just talk about a legendary player. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the name, man. Y'all just gotta tune in, man. Y'all might have fell asleep watching this. I don't know. I hope y'all didn't. You know what I'm saying? I feel I'm pretty entertaining. But if y'all fell asleep, go back and rewind who the first jersey was. And what I was talking about. There's a lot going on in that first segment, so you already know what time it is. But I just hope everybody out there, living good, and ain't nobody depressed, and everybody not stressed, and I know we all go through stuff day to day, but if it was left up to me on some type stuff, if I ruled the world, so I pray everybody just live prosperous and just stress free. You know what I'm saying? Anti-depression up in here. So yeah, man, I wish that for the world, man. I wish it wasn't no homeless people. So cause half the people homeless, they might have been veterans or whatever like that. So I talked to my homeboy one time. He said it's like a lot of services out there where they can get help, where they won't be homeless, but they don't know the proper procedures like paperwork and all that to go about it. To get back on their feet. They weren't properly educated about that while they was in the military. I don't know nothing about all that, but, I got a homeboy that told me that he was in the military, and he usually be on the up and up with stuff. So, by him saying that, I don't know. But, so, I just wish everybody good, and I don't like to see nobody going through stuff. If I can help you or talk to you about stuff, I ain't no counselor or no shrink or nothing, but if I can help you any way I can, I definitely would, man, because I don't like to see nobody going through nothing, like nothing bad. I like to see you going through greatness and good, so with a smile on your face. So the pull-out game, if I could bring a smile to your face, I definitely want to do that. I'm definitely trying to do that. I definitely want to just make sure y'all good out there, man, because y'all my peoples, man. Y'all my folks. Y'all all my people, man, for real. And I hear ambulance in the background. It sound like this is an episode of Boys in the Hood, man. I feel like swinging like Trey when you walking through the door, man. Like, man, I don't know. But anyway, this is the Pull Out Game podcast, man. And look, speaking of everybody doing good, I want to give a shout out to this dude right here, man. Because one thing I don't do, I don't count nobody's pockets. But I got to give him his props, man. I got to give it to him. Shout out to PJ Washington, man. You know what I'm saying? He just got this big contract. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Mavericks, I think. I want to say the Dallas Mavericks. And it's like a $90 million contract. And, he been paying child support. You know what I'm saying? His baby mama, Brittany Renner. The wild and crazy reality star that roaming around all over the internet. And he ended up having a baby with her. And I know before the baby came out, she was on the tip, like, basically saying so many words, she gonna try to get him for all his money. And at the time, PJ Washington, he was up and coming. He wasn't making no money in the NBA. He wasn't making nothing. So, they had set the bar, the judge in the court, called Brittany Renner, put PJ Washington on child support. Then came to the point where the court ordered PJ Washington, he got to pay $5,000 a month in child support. And PJ Washington wasn't really making that much. But he wasn't making that much, but he still paid it, and he didn't complain. I don't know if he complained behind the scenes, but in public, he didn't complain. He wasn't even making that much the way it looked like when he could pay $5,000. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. His check wasn't really that much. Like I said, I don't count pocket, but we talking about the child support for the kids. And he had a kid with Brittany Renner, and even though $5,000 might have been steep, according to how much he was making, he still didn't complain. He paid it. But now, he worked his way up in the ranks of the NBA. He got awarded a $90 million contract. So I feel like this. This is how I feel. If PJ Washington didn't complain for the $5,000 he had to pay every month, and he wasn't making that much then, and he paid it still, so I feel he shouldn't have to pay more now. Because this is why reason I said it, because Brittany Renner saying since he got this $90 million contract, he shouldn't pay $5,000 no more. Brittany Renner feel the judge should bump it up from $5,000 to $36,000, $36K. I don't know where you got that number from. I don't know. Her guess better than mine. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this. That money is child support. Say it again with me, kids. We're going to have to treat this like Lamb Chop Play Along. You know what I'm saying? Like Daughter Explorers. Say it again with me, kids. Child support. That's the theme for right now. Child support. I mean, come on, man. And Reed not saying it like that. Reed not got to break it down like that. Cause like I said, this is child support. If $5,000 was doable when he was like, at his lowest in the NBA, why all of a sudden $5,000 ain't good enough now? Y'all know why? You know what I'm saying? Let's say it again. Say it with me, kids. Well, I ain't even said it yet, but let's say it with me, kids. Let's say gold digger. Nah, for real though, but this what we got going on, man. That money is for the kids. And if that money was doable and it was all good, I don't know how much she was complaining, but I didn't hear much about it. I heard she was laughing at PJ Washington because he wasn't making that money, and she was getting $5,000 out of him every month. And she thought that was funny. She didn't complain about it. She was too busy laughing at PJ Washington or him struggling. Now he on top of his game, and the $5,000 was cool. Why all of a sudden that the $5,000 ain't cool now that he made all this much money? PJ Washington's son or kid is a kid. $5,000 a month. What do a kid that's a kid, and I ain't talking about Jason, but what kid it's like you have to spend $5,000 on them every month? I mean, they get clothes. Well, they buying Versace. Like, I mean, what are they doing? Like, they eating food. Just say like they eating expensive meals and stuff. Like, this is all for the kids though. This is called child support, not child and gold digger support. This is called child support, not gold digger expenses. This is called child support. You know what I'm saying? He only got one kid with her too, and it's not even called children's support. It's called child support. He's supporting that one child. What you want him to do, man? He already paying the $5,000 that the court ordered. So why should a child get more money because PJ Washington is making more money? I mean, $5,000 is a lot for a month to cover the expenses of a kid, of a child. It's $5,000 a month. You might got some people out there that say, oh, $5,000, that ain't enough. He making more, he should give the kid more. What do a kid need more than $5,000 a month though? Now, way I see it, the reason she said she want $36K, Cause let's be real with it, y'all. That money ain't that she want. It's not for the kid. It's for her expenses. She feel since he making all this money, it should be child and gold digger support. So it should be extra money for her. The kid might get 5,000. She might get she get all the rest. So it's like, dude, don't, man. I feel bad for all the people that's going through stuff like that. You know, the people or the man that's working a 9 to 5 and got some kids, and then they might got more kids than just one kid with a baby mama. They might got like 4 or 5 kids, and they working 1 or 2 jobs, and they're not getting a $90 million contract like PJ Washington getting. So it ain't flexible like that on like a 9 to 5 dude, and you got the baby mama steady screaming down your throat. You got her steady trying to convince the judge to up the money so she could have a better lifestyle. But I just hope the judge don't change that, because $5,000 a month. Come on, man. Like, it's 30 months. It's 30 months in a day. I mean, hold on, I'm tripping. 30 months in a month. It's 30 days in a month. And 30 days in a month, and like $5,000, man. Like, what do you need $5,000 a month? That's crazy. 3,000 is a lot. And you should have a lot left over for that kid. If you just spend it on the kid, it should be a lot left. So it should be to the point where the 5,000 for that month ain't all the way spent. It should roll over. You should have something left for the next month. But you get another 5,000. And you saying you need 36,000 a month? Shit, like, that'll be a lot for a year. But let's be real, like 36,000 for a year. Kid might need a little more than that. You know what I'm saying? Or 36,000 is a lot though. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. That's a lot though for a month. That's a lot. So I just hope the judge don't fall into that trap and leave it where it's at. Shit, I hope the judge see she trying to be greedy and lower that to 3,000. Cause the kid gonna be straight either way. Cause 3,000, they're gonna cover a lot of expenses. And if it ain't enough, PJ Washington gonna look out for his kid, man. He gonna make sure he's straight anyway. He's a $90 million cat now. He love his kid. So, Brittany Renner be trying to keep PJ Washington from, keep it from him. And I like, yeah, what we doing, man? It's just sad. But yeah, man, I just want to say that this child support stuff, man, sometimes it's well warranted, because the kid need child support, need money. But a lot of women be getting out of hand with these prices, though, man. With these, come on, man. A lot of these prices, they be ridiculous, man. And the judge and the court should look at that, man, knowing they ain't doing that for the kid. They doing that for their own personal gain, man. That ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just not. But look, man, I just want to speak on that. Yeah, man, I said it's 30 days in a day. Didn't I say that? That's crazy. 30 days in a day. That's wild business right there. But y'all know what I meant. You know what I'm saying? 30 days in a month. Sometimes 31 days. But give or take. Sometimes 29 days. Sometimes 28. You know how they did it wrong in February, Black History Month. But it's what it is though. There's a lot of days in a month. But look, we finna get to the next jersey. Y'all don't know who jersey this is, but y'all know yet because I ain't pulled it out. But this dude right here, he the cream of the crop, man. He the top of the top. You know what I'm saying? Legendary. Got to say it. He one of them guys. He's a cultural clash icon. Name heard from miles around, and he top in his profession, man. You know what I'm saying? They try to knock him with with like certain type of stereotypes and certain type of, they put like labels on him and try to knock his greatness, but the dude still shine through, man. Either way. But the jersey finna pull out, man. I'm glad to pull this jersey out too, man. I'm glad to pull this jersey out. I'll tell you, the lineup today is crazy, man. The episode 60, man. What you expect? Well, look, jersey finna pull out now. This dude right here, man. Come on, let's talk about it. Ooh, Y'all see the vibes, man. Man, the button up Giants jersey, San Francisco Giants jersey. But who is this though? Like, who we got? Who we got? Who we got, dude? Who we got? Man, come on, man. Yeah, come on. Let's talk about it. All state everything. San Francisco Giants, Barry Bonds, man. It's that all state everything Barry Bonds jersey, man. Stop playing with Barry, boy. Yeah. Barry Bonds. I grew up watching dude, man. Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all should if y'all fans of the pullout game, but I pulled out the all state everything Pittsburgh Pirates Barry Bonds on an earlier episode, like way back. Way back. Yeah, it wasn't the episode. Yeah, man, all state everything Barry Bonds jersey, man. Yeah, so, we talked about Barry Bonds with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now we finna talk about Barry Bonds with the Giants. Let's talk about Barry Bonds, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. This all stitch everything Barry Bonds, man. Like I said, dude was a legend, man. Like, what can I say? He's the epitome of like an all-around baseball player, man. And he was born in 1964. You know what I'm saying? Riverside, California, man. He a California baby, man. So he played in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? So he familiar with California. That's where he from. That's where he birthed at. And like his whole life was West Coast. Cause like I said, he was birthed in California. You know what I'm saying? Riverside. I don't know if y'all remember on what was it, Juice? When Tupac had killed Rodriguez, and right before he killed him, he said Riverside, mother. Yeah, so he said that in 2 movies though. I don't know why he said it, cause he said that, I don't know if y'all remember, but he said that in Juice, before he killed Rodriguez, he said Riverside, mother. And he, when he killed him with the knife or razor, whatever he had. And he did the same thing to Bernie Mac, who played the homeless dude Flip on Above the Rim. He killed Flip, of course Bernie Mac. He killed Flip on Above the Rim, and right before he killed him, he did the same thing. He said Riverside, mother. Like, I don't know, Pac had an obsession with Riverside, man. Like, I don't know, I guess that when he was hanging out at, and in these movies, they do a lot of ad-libs and stuff. So I guess like Pac was hanging out around Riverside at that time, cause you got Above the Rim, then you got Juice, you know what I'm saying? I think Juice was like earlier, like in 92 or something like that, 91. And then you had Above the Rim came out like 94, 95. So, but I don't know, he was saying a lot of Riverside, he killed his people on the movie the same way, and he ended up saying Riverside. So I don't know, but that was Barry Bonds from Riverside, California. You know what I'm saying? Riverside, mother. But anyway, Barry Bonds, he came up, like I said, he spent his whole life on the West Coast, cause well, of course he got drafted with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1986. In 1990, he won the Gold Glove Award, and he won the NL MVP in 1990, man. And then he won the NL MVP in 92, and he won the Silver Slugger Award. So, I mean, dude was just like putting in that work, man. He was just really put in that work. So after he left Pittsburgh, putting up numbers and doing his thing, he, of course we talked about the Pittsburgh era of Barry Bonds. Like, go watch the earlier episode of Barry Bonds with a Pittsburgh Pirates jersey on. You know what I'm saying? That jersey clean too. But he left Pittsburgh, man. A lot of people were mad. They hated that, and and they traded him, man. They didn't want him to leave at all, man. Like, they were fans of Barry Bonds, man. Because Barry Bonds was an all-around player, man. Like, he had an arm in the outfield, and he was fast. He could steal bases. He gonna get you some home runs. He gonna average you about 30, 40 home runs a season. You know what I'm saying? So he always was like doing his thing, man. But, it was dope that, he had his NL MVP years back to back to back. 1990, well, not like back to back to back, but 1990, 92, and 93, He won like 3 NL MVPs. So it's like that's unheard of, man. Like dude, like consistent with it, man. And then in 2001, dude hit the single season home run record. You know what I'm saying, with 73 homers. That's crazy, man. Cause you remember Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, they went at it. I had an episode I pulled out their jerseys. Um, yeah, they were slugging it out, man. I think Mark McGwire, he hit like 70 home runs. Sammy Sosa hit 66. Then Barry Bonds later on and topped it. Cause that was like in '98. In 2001, Barry Bonds topped it and hit 73. And then all the allegations of the steroids came about, and Barry Bonds steady hitting home runs. And my thing is this, I want to say that real quick. Barry Bonds, they say he was taking steroids. They didn't really they had like a paperwork with his signature saying that he, took steroids, and they traced the signature back saying it was his, but they never really tested him and saying he really did steroids. So it kind of hit or miss with that. But I don't know, man, like what really went down with that. But I know they got him for perjury and lying on the stand, and because they found evidence they saying he took steroids or whatever like that. But my thing is this though, let's just say he did take steroids. Let's just say he did. He took them, right? But that still don't amount to him like having that aim and that eye for the ball. You still gotta visually connect that bat with the ball. And I don't know, do steroids make your eyesight better? Or do it make your timing better? You know what I'm saying? Do it make your IQ better? I thought it made you stronger. You know what I'm saying? You got like strong airheads. You still gotta have high IQ for the game to hit the ball. So I'm trying to figure out he was connected with the ball. But Barry Bonds, they trying to say Barry Bonds connected his talent with steroids. His talent had a high IQ for baseball to hit the ball, to time the ball right. And then the steroids, when he do time the ball, hit the ball right, it brought on more power for him to hit more home runs. So instead of Mike having a base hit or a double, it turned into a home run. So that's what they trying to say though. But through the whole thing, through the whole scandal, Barry Bonds was the most chill out of everybody. His fans were panicking. His parents were worried. Barry Bonds was not worried. It made it look like he was innocent. It made it look like, man, y'all tripping. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be exonerated. For those that don't know what exonerated mean, I'm gonna be free. So Barry Bonds just kept a cool head with everything, man. And he ended up passing Hank Aaron record, the 755 home runs. And that day too, I remember it was a lot of boos and a lot of cheers. It was damn near more boos than cheers though, cause people hated to see Barry Bonds win. They hated to see him succeed. They thought he was a cheater, and not even just that, he just a great player anyway. So if he coming up the bat, he gonna get some hits. He gonna get a home run. So the opposing team, the opposing fans don't like that anyway. So if he wasn't taking steroids, he was a good player when he was in Pittsburgh, when he had no allegation of being on steroids. He was cooking in. Talked about that in the episode. I forgot what episode it is, but I pulled out that authentic, All-State, everything, Pittsburgh Pirate, Barry Bonds too. So it what it is. But Barry Bonds, he didn't let nothing get to him. He rose to the occasion. Like I said, I don't know if y'all remember, I said this earlier on the Pittsburgh Pirate episode, the Barry Bonds episode with that. I won't say that's his episode, because I had other jerseys on there too, but that episode, and I had a Willie Mays jersey I had pulled out too, but I had brought them in connection because if y'all don't know, Barry Bonds is related. Well, in a way, he related to Willie Mays. You know what I'm saying? Willie Mays and Barry Bonds, that's his godfather. You know what I'm saying? Willie Mays is Barry Bonds' godfather. So, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Bonds, Barry Bonds' daddy, made Willie Mays the godfather for Barry Bonds. You know what I'm saying? Because Bobby Bond and Willie Mays was tight. It was tight. You know what I'm saying? So that was his brother. So yeah, man. Sad business, man. Willie Mays had died. Y'all stay tuned. I got a dope Willie Mays jersey too. I'm gonna pull out some more Willie Mays jersey. Y'all stay tuned, man. It's going down. But yeah, Barry Bond Godfather is Willie Mays. But y'all didn't know that. But yeah, man, I just want to talk about Barry Bond. Like say he ended up passing Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron had 755 home runs. Barry Bond passed him with 756 home runs. And he ended up hitting more home runs too, a little more after that, not too many. But Barry Bond ended up hitting for a career total of his whole career, 762 home runs, 762. So yeah, man, he ended it like that, man. He retired, and they want to throw dirt on his name, but Barry Bond went to Arizona State University too, man, the Devils. Arizona State, y'all stay tuned. Y'all might see a Barry Bond Arizona State jersey. But like I said, he spent a lot of his time on the West Coast. He was born on the West Coast. He ended up going to Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? But before he went to Pittsburgh, he was in Arizona State. Arizona, that's West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So when he left Arizona, he went to Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? That's like a lot on the East Coast. And when he left Pittsburgh, he went to San Francisco. He went back to his roots, California, West Coast. You know what I'm saying? West side. But ain't throwing up no gang sign. That West Side, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how Pac and them used to do, Snoop and Pac and them, man. Come on, man. Y'all know the vibe. But look, this all still everything. Barry Bonds, San Francisco Giants jersey, man. Stop playing. Let's show it again. Ooh, yeah. Bring it back, Barry Bonds, man. All still everything, man. Stop playing with this guy, man. This Barry Bonds, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people throwing dirt on his name. They be saying, this is what they say. They say, realistically, Hank Aaron is still the home run leader. But statistically, Barry Bonds is the home run leader. So they trying to not really fully give it to him because the steroid bit. But they saying, like, stat-wise, statistically, Barry Bonds got it. But realistically, they saying Hank Aaron's still the home run king. So I don't know, man. Don't let y'all be the judge of that, man. So I'm just here to report what's going on. I'm a fan of both Hank Aaron and Barry Bonds, even though they dropped the steroid situation on him and the steroid bomb and the steroid stigma on Barry Bonds. I'm still a fan, dog. Still a fan. It's all still everything Barry Bonds, man. And look, man, you can see that material is something different. I wish I could, man. Yeah, this material is something crazy, man. I love this jersey, man. Authentic, all still everything Barry Bonds. Stop playing with old Barry, man. This Barry, man. You know what I'm saying? This all Barry. I ain't talking about Cap'n Crunch, man. All Barry, man. Oh yeah, got to show this real quick. The Mitchell in this. And then look, man. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Got to pull this out. The Cooperstown Collections tag. You know what I'm saying? The Mitchell and Ness tag. Yeah, man, going down in a major way, my guy. Yeah, man. So what we finna do, we're going to flip this back in here. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. All still everything Barry Bonds. Stop playing with your guy, man. But look, man, let me tell you like this. Hank Aaron, he's a great, elite, exceptional player. I'm pulled out some Hank Aaron jerseys too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hank Aaron. I got some more Hank Aarons too to pull out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned. It's gonna get crazy. But look, man. Hank Aaron, you had a marvelous, legendary career. And people saying realistically, Hank Aaron's still the home run king, but they saying statistically, Barry Bonds is. And they gotta say statistically because the numbers are there. So they got to say that. But let's be realistic too, man. Barry Bonds is the home run king, man. Much as I love Hank Aaron, he had that title. He wore that crown well for years and years and years. And he deserved that title, man. But, it was a new sheriff came in town, man. And, and to me, y'all really didn't fully prove that Barry Bonds took steroids. I know a lot of, and I ain't trying to be funny when I say this, but a lot of people saying they believe Barry Bonds taking steroid because like his head got bigger. like on some NBA Jam, put in the code, NBA Jam, his head got real big. But I don't know, like his whole body got bigger. Like, you know, his arms and everything, it just got bigger. So I don't know if they're from steroids. I don't know if they're from a lot of eating. I don't know what it could be from. He just like to eat a lot. You know, he might be. I don't know. It might be his workout regimen. He might be taking like vitamins, legal vitamins that's approved in baseball standard, and then like it might make him eat and get hungry after workouts, and it might make him bulk up some. I don't know. Like we don't really know that y'all didn't really fully prove that to me. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe you. You need more people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man. I got to give Barry Bonds that title, man. I got to give it to him, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to be fair. I love Hank Aaron, man. Hank Aaron was that guy. We gave Hank Aaron plenty of praise when we pulled out, you know what I'm saying? I pulled out his jersey on them episodes. So you already know the love I got for Hank Aaron. You know what I'm saying? I got love for Babe Ruth. You know what I'm saying? You know, broke down Babe Ruth. A lot of people try to say Babe Ruth was a racist. He wasn't. Y'all go back and look at the episode, and I broke down why he wasn't a racist. You know what I'm saying? If he was a racist, he still was a great player. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I try to not put that personal stuff. I try to separate the personal from the talent. But the recollect, what I remember, that I see, well, I wasn't back there in them time, but from what they said, Babe Ruth wasn't a racist. But we're going to talk about that. We already talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Another episode, another time, another place. But we already did. But I got to give it to Barry Bonds, though, the home run king, though. I'm sorry. I love Hank Aaron, but, you know, they try to wipe it on the rug. But Hank Aaron had it praised. It well deserved. He one of the greatest to do it. But I got to give it to Barry, man. He beat Hank Aaron with 756. You know what I'm saying? Eclipsing Hank Aaron 755. Then he ended up, you know what I'm saying, having a total home run of 762. 762 home runs, man. He won on MVPs. Barry Bonds didn't never win a World Series ring. He never got to win a World Series. But the career was so legendary, people don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you be so legendary, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? They just looking at you for the player that you are. And I said this in another episode too, but for some reason, they don't hold standards of like how many rings you won in baseball like they do basketball and football, especially basketball. They don't hold standards like they do basketball. They just like, was you a great player? You know, if you do win rings, a World Series ring, it's a plus. Like, okay, that's cool. You won 2 rings, you won 4 rings, you won 1 ring. That's cool. It's like a plus, but they don't breathe down your neck about how many rings you won in baseball. They just don't. I mean, I'm a baseball, basketball, and football head. I've been seeing this for years. I know what I'm talking about. They just don't. You know, they just like, it's an added plus. It's a cherry on top. But, you know, I don't know why. It's just the way things are. It's just the way it is. But I got to show you Barry Bonds one more time. It's dope. Come on, man. Barry Bonds, man. Y'all see it, man. Old Barry, man. Come on, man. Ain't going to keep it too long. But this Barry Bonds, All-State everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Finna get ready for segment 3. Segment 3. Yeah, man. Y'all, man, come on, man. Y'all show love to Barry Bonds, man. You know what I'm saying? They constantly had that man in the media. They constantly had him in the media for like all kind of, you know, steroids. He taking this, he taking that. I mean, it got to the point Barry Bonds could be drinking a milkshake. Is it steroids in that? He drinks some apple juice. Did he crumble up some peel, put it in the apple juice? I mean, he eats some cereal. Like, did he sprinkle what that powder stuff in there? That apple, is it cocaine? Or was it steroid? Like, they were just, it was all over Barry Bonds. But Barry Bonds just still kept it cool. He kept it cool, though, man. So, shout out to Barry Bonds, man. All-State everything Barry Bonds, man. This that Barry Bonds All-State everything San Francisco Giants jersey. And like I said, I pulled out the All-State everything Pittsburgh Pirates Barry Bonds, too. Y'all got to go back and watch, man. Got some legendary players on here, man. Like, come on, man. Like, basketball, football. The collection is dope. But just the baseball collection alone, like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, so I value all 3 sports, man. So you got somebody that's the owner of the pullout game. with all these jerseys, he value all three sports. So I'm not gonna leave now one of my fans shorthanded, because I know it's people out there that's fans of the pullout game. They might be waiting on a baseball jersey. It's fans out there that, you know, fans of football. They might wait on a football jersey. Might be fans out there of basketball. They waiting on a basketball jersey. You know, so I try to show love to all y'all, man. Just let y'all know, man, I'm rocking with y'all, man. And I'm a fan of this, man. I do this, man. I'm a jersey connoisseur, and I'm a fan of sports. Of course, hip hop music is my passion. Jerseys is my fashion. I'm just saying. So, but yeah, Pullout Game Podcast, man. Had to show love to Barry Bonds, all stitch, everything, San Francisco Giant jersey, man. You still an icon in my book, boy. No matter how much they try to throw the book at your name, no matter how much they try to tarnish your fame, you still that guy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to Barry Bonds, man. You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching you, man. I ain't gonna forget what I saw, man. Never. So, this Barry Bonds, all still everything, man. Y'all hold that thing down, get ready for segment 3, and let's get it.
My brain is exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor.
Yeah, what's going on? This your boy Hen, checking in, man. Trying to get the glasses clean real quick, you know what I'm saying? Pullout Game Podcast, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we back in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Pullout Game Podcast, segment 3. Episode 60, man. Act like y'all know, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Look, man, the jerseys, I've been, showing y'all. I appreciate the love, man. Like, y'all been showing love, and y'all recognizing, like, this the best jersey collection on the planet, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the word out there, man. Maybe, your Stephen A's and your Skip Baylesses and Shannon Sharps and all these people, man. Sport Illustrated, I said about Sport Illustrated last episode. Like, all y'all, man, like, it's coming, man. It's coming. Y'all just stay tuned, man. Y'all keep getting the word out. We're a family, man. Let's get the word out, man. I got y'all. Y'all got me, man. So, yeah. Keep the train moving, man. Y'all go get your ticket, man, because the train's steady moving. For real. But, look, man. I know I've been showing the jerseys. I hope y'all been enjoying the jerseys. I been enjoying them. I for sure been enjoying them. But, the train don't stop, man. The third segment gonna be just as crazy. So, y'all just gotta stay tuned, man. But, look, before we get into the third jersey, I want to say this, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out, a huge shout out to Tyreek Hill, man. Tyreek Hill, man, a.k.a. the Cheetah. Because, like, yeah, I don't know if y'all know, y'all been keeping up with sport. He had that freak accident injury where, he had stopped on the dime and the cleat dug into the AstroTurf on the field. I think he slid out of bounds and the cleats got stuck in the AstroTurf, and it stuck his foot in the AstroTurf, and so it made his foot pause, and it messed his whole leg up. Like, his leg, it was dangling like a damn noodle in a spaghetti plate, and his leg was going one way, foot was going the other way. It was crazy, man. They said he cracked and broke his kneecap, and your kneecap is like hold your joint together, for your upper leg and your lower leg, and with your calf muscle and your hamstring and all that, like. It holds everything together that's in your leg. Like, it helps your leg bend. Like, you need your kneecap. You know what I'm saying? So, and he cracked it in half, and then he tore like 4 ligaments, and then on top of that, it messed up some nerve damage or something. It was like a lot of stuff going on with his leg. So, a lot of, of course, it's season-ending injury, but a lot of people say it might be career-ending. So, I don't know, like, somebody like Tyreek Hill, he do a lot of running and juking and pausing and jumping, and he rely on his legs, like, to be on that field. And if he ain't up to par where he was or even close to it, like what good would he be? You know what I'm saying? Cause he's not real tall. He's not like Randy Moss or Megatron height, Calvin Johnson type height. You know, he's short. So he had to rely on his speed and, you know, and athletic ability, like to maneuver around to get to the football. But if your leg ain't 100, I don't know how good that'll be. So, you know, hopefully he have a speedy recovery. I hate that happened to him. I really do hate that happened to him, man. You know, I still want to see him race I Show Speed though. I still want to see him race. You know, I seen I Show Speed though. You know, he beat the dude Ashton Hall, and I gave I Show Speed a lot of props on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it, and then, you know, it built up his stock in YouTube. Like, you know, it raised up some more for him to get more notice, because, you know, Ashton Hall was real popular with them videos, and I Show Speed ended up beating him in the race like 4 times. We talked about it already. But after he beat him, I Show Speed stock went up on YouTube, and it seemed like, I don't know, Ashton Hall stock went down, because I used to see a lot of real videos of him racing like the van with his trainer in it and all that, but I don't even hardly see them videos no more. I don't know, it just, I don't see it no more. But you know, I Show Speed had a workout on YouTube with Tom Brady, and he had ended up trying to run a 40 and see how fast that 40 time was. He had like a little smaller combine that had I Show Speed going through, and when he did the 40, he ran a 4.6 like 3 or 4 times, like 4.6. I think one time he did like a 4.7, and then the other time he ran a 4.6. He was running his ass off. He was trying everything he had in him. He was trying to run and trying to, you know, run fast as he can. And it's like the faster he ran, the more it was a 4.6. And then they gave him one more chance, and he dug down deep, and he ran a 4.490. So technically it's a 4.4. And he had to give everything he had in his soul to get a 4.4. But, I mean, come on, man. Let's be real, though. Like, Tyreek Hill, he was ducking I Show Speed, but it kind of showed, you know what I'm saying, statistically, with the numbers, the speed, that I Show Speed ran a 4.6, and then he ran a 4.4. Almost was a 4.5, because he's a 4.490. So that was almost a 4.5. So, but we give him 4.4 to be fair. I Show Speed, he ran in the 40. And, you know, Tyreek Hill ran a 4.2, or 4.23 or something like that. Like a 4.22 or something like that. You know, the fastest, you know, I don't know if they told y'all, but the fastest 40-yard time in history belonged to Xavier Worthy, played for the Kansas City Chiefs. I got his jersey too. Y'all stay tuned. But I had to get that jersey off the rip, just the fact that you're the fastest 40-yard player ever in NFL history. You're the 40-yard player in football history. You're the 40-yard player in history, not even just in football, anywhere. So, yeah, he ran a 4.21, with a 4.21. So, and then they had Terrence Ross. He was the record holder with 4.22. Xavier Worthy came along and did a 4.21. So he held the record out of everybody, over everybody. Deion Sanders, everybody. Like, he's the fastest. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Jackson, everybody. Xavier Worthy got it. But so I don't think I Show Speed going by the 40-yard numbers that he could beat Tyreek Hill. Cause he struggled to get a 4.4, and you know Tyreek Hill run a 4.2 with ease. So I'm just saying, when you go by the numbers, you know, and then like 4 or 5 times straight, I Show Speed ran like a 4.6, and he had one 4.7. So Tyreek Hill won't never get that far down. He'll always be a 4. The slower he probably ever would be is a 4.3, but 4.2 is what Tyreek Hill hit lane in, is 4.2. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a 4.22, 4.23. I want to say 4.23 or 4.24. Because Terrence Ross had a 4.22 to 2. And nobody said that, Tyreek Hill tied, 10's Ross. So he hold that by himself. Xavier Worthy is he's the record holder for that. But anyway, I'll talk too much about the 4.22 and 3.5.22, all that stuff. But shout out to Tyreek Hill. I hope you recover real soon, my boy. But look, we finna get into the third jersey. This jersey right here is crazy work, man. Y'all stop playing with me, man. I told y'all I'm that guy, man. But the jersey I'm finna pull out, this dude became legendary for real, and ain't no word to describe what he did, man. It's no word to describe it, man. It's just really not. But yeah, we been getting to the next jersey. Dude is crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? And he's a legend, icon, and man, he's a GOAT. Like, for real. He's a GOAT. He's one of the GOATs. Of what, though? Of like, what profession? But look, we finna get in all that right now. The jersey I'm finna pull out, this dude right here. I bet you y'all know who this jersey is. But, good luck guessing. And don't go to Google either. Don't do that. Just enjoy what's going on here, man. Get out your phones. Well, no, you probably watching this on your phone. But, don't go to Google. Don't go to, you got to stay locked into the pullout game, man. You ain't got time to go to Google and Alexa and all that. You know what I'm saying? Leave them where they at. Pullout game where you need to be. So, the jersey I'm finna pull out, this dude right here. Y'all check this out. Man, y'all see the Falcon patch and all that, man. Atlanta Falcon patch and stuff. Y'all see that. You know what I'm saying? It's Atlanta Falcon jersey, all stick, everything. NFL patch and all that. But who jersey is this, though? Who jersey is this? Y'all don't even know who jersey this is, dude. Man. I don't think y'all ready for this jersey, man. I don't think y'all ready for this jersey. Not yet. Not yet. I don't think y'all ready. But y'all better get ready, because it's finna happen. It's already done started. Man, the jersey I just pulled out is this dude right here. Goldberg. Who is Goldberg, man? Who is that? I'm talking about Goldberg, the wrestler. The wrestler. Goldberg, the famous wrestler. Bill Goldberg. That's his whole name, man. A lot of people just know him from Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a catchy name, so he just kept that name. But his whole name is Bill Goldberg. You call him William Goldberg. Bill and William, like the same thing. But, this is Bill Goldberg, dog. The famous wrestler, man. You know what I'm saying? WCW extraordinaire and, like, the go-to guy, man. Like, this Bill Goldberg, the wrestler. What can I say? He played pro for the Atlanta Falcons before he became a wrestler. We're going to talk about that, though. Like, how that happened. How did all this convert to wrestling? He was a football player. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, this Goldberg, man. All-state everything. A lot of y'all don't even know that Goldberg, the wrestler, played professional football. A lot of y'all don't even know Goldberg, the professional football player, went to the University of Georgia, the Georgia Bulldogs. That's who he played for, man. Come on, man. This Goldberg, the wrestler. Stop playing with me, man. Come on, man. Let's talk about Goldberg. This is crazy. Goldberg, man. Number 71. And then look, man, the Mitchell and Ness patch. And man, who y'all know got this, man? Y'all stop playing with me, man. This Goldberg, the wrestler, WCW's finest. WCW GOAT. I was saying him and Ric Flair is like the GOATs of like WCW to me. But yeah, man, this Goldberg, man. This Goldberg. Look, man. The man was born in 1966, man. Tulsa, Oklahoma is where he was born at, man. You know what I'm saying? Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all see? Can y'all see the pullout game? On the pullout game, can y'all see this? Yeah, okay. But he was born in 1966. Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. He was born December 27 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then, 1987 to 1989, he played for the Georgia Bulldogs, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that's my team. Rep that Georgia Bulldog, so that's always a plus. And then in 1990, he got drafted by the LA Rams. You know what I'm saying? He was a 301 pick, 301st pick. That's crazy. Like, I didn't even know they could go that high. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I guess they made a type of number, just for Goldberg to get in the league. I guess that's crazy. 301? That's wild business, though. But that was in 1990. In 1992, so I guess he just stayed on the bench and he played a little bit here and there, dabble and dabble, but he had his time, in 1992, he got traded to the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? So he got traded to Atlanta Falcons, he formed a brotherhood with these boys, and I mean, come on, man. I'm just saying, he came back. He got, he had a little time with the Carolina Panthers too. But I don't know, man. First of all, I want to say this. A lot of y'all don't know that, he played with the Falcons, and he dabbled and dabbled in the NFL. And first of all, I just want to say the jersey is cold-blooded, man. This Goldberg, man. Y'all don't understand this Goldberg jersey, man. And like I said, he did his thing with the Atlanta Falcons. That's really where he formed a real brotherhood with his brothers at, man. And he ended up like messing his leg up real bad. He was out for a minute. He was out, and he came back, but it just really wasn't the same. And then he played with Carolina. He got played with them, and but it just didn't work out. His football career was over with, and I know he had he had friends around him that try to pick him up and make him feel better about himself, but it really didn't bother. It really bothered him though that he wasn't playing football no more. Like, no matter what nobody said, it still was bothering him though. No matter what anybody said, because he wanted to play football. That's all he knew. His first love was football. That's all what he wanted was football to play. And so after his football career was over with, he was just so depressed. He just started working out. He working out all the time. And then he went to a gym, and it's a gym that he went to, and he used to work out there all the time. And it was like the wrestler Sting and the professional wrestler Sting. It was like a couple more wrestlers there too. And they were making fun of him. I guess he got dropped from the team, and he used to be like on the NFL squad. And he said kept everything in him not to go over there and like just wreck shop on the wrestlers, man. He was finna dig into them. But then he ended up getting cool with them, and they was like, shit, you should use that anger and what you're doing now, like to be a wrestler, and he made his debut in wrestling in 1997. So he was slowly coming up in the ranks and trying to figure stuff out, what his name was gonna be, what his angle was gonna be, and every wrestler developed like a certain type of character in them. What I'm saying, like a certain kind of way they want to be, or ways they want to be looked at in the wrestling field. Like a character. But man, Goldberg just came in there and just took off, man. He was winning 3 straight. He was 7-0. Then he was like 12-0. Then he became 19-0. He became like 34-0, 49-0, 57-0, 68-0. 83-0. 99-0, 100-0. Like he was undefeated. He couldn't lose to nobody. And then I think like the 150th match, it was something like that. It was up there. Hulk Hogan was still like one of the faces of wrestling. He fought Hulk Hogan. And man, a lot of people know that white wrestling. Come on, man. Goldberg famous for the jackhammer. He lift you up in the air and body slam and you out after that. And yeah, him and Hulk Hogan, they battled, went at it, and he ended up slamming Hulk Hogan, being Hulk Hogan, and then he ended up fighting Diamond Dallas Page. They went at it, you know what I'm saying? DDP, and they had a legendary match, and for a minute it looked like Diamond Dallas Page was gonna win, but it didn't happen like that. He ended up hurting his shoulder in the match, and they thought, oh, Diamond Dallas Page finna take him out. He didn't do it, and he found a way, the will to win, to beat Diamond Dallas Page. And then when he fought, Starcade, Kevin Nash, they went at it. And, Razor Ramon, I forgot what his name was back then, but Razor Ramon, while the referee back was turned, he tased Goldberg in the chest, and Goldberg wasn't the same no more after that match and basically cheated, but Kevin Nash ended up beating Goldberg. And that's basically the only match that he ever lost. So I think his record total wrestling career-wise was 173-1. That match he lost to Kevin Nash, Starcade. So yeah, he's 173-1. And he lost that because they cheated him. So yeah, Goldberg one of them goats, man, with wrestling, man. And they go to show y'all, man, if one thing don't work out for you, it's more doors there, man. You just gotta believe. You just gotta stay locked in. So that would happen to this dude right here, Goldberg, man. Goldberg is a legend, man. It didn't work out for football, but God had something right around the corner for him. I mean, don't give up on y'all dream, man. There's always something around the corner, man. But you will never know that until you go around that corner. And you know what I'm saying? And the only person can guide you around that corner is God. So I keep God with you, man. I know a lot of people out there don't believe in God. That might watch the channel that don't believe in God. But just know I do. I believe in God, man. God is real. I love God, and you know what I'm saying? And I pray to God, I want to get my jersey collection up. And he blessed me with the best. I've been blessed with the best. You know what I'm saying? Because God did the rest. So yeah, man. Goldberg legendary, man. But like I said, a lot of y'all don't even know he played football, man. That was his first love, football. It's just that some people he, caught up with or started meeting along the way suggested he should do wrestling. He wouldn't even think about doing no wrestling. You'll think good as Goldberg is at wrestling, good as entertainer he is at wrestling, you'll think that was his number one thing he wanted to be growing up. Nope, his first love was football. It was always football. All the time, always football. Goldberg was a football player. University of Georgia, he was a Georgia Bulldog. Then, you know what I'm saying, he got drafted by the Rams. You know what I'm saying? He spent a little time there. And 2 years after that, 92, he went to the Falcons. So, yeah, man, let me show the jersey again, man. This Goldberg, man. Y'all get to knowing what this is, man. Y'all get to knowing. Get to knowing. Get to knowing this is Goldberg. I told you that's my saying, get to knowing. I don't care how ignorant that sound. I don't care how crazy that sound. Y'all better get to knowing Goldberg. Well, get to knowing Goldberg as the football player, because a lot of y'all know him as a wrestler. Legendary, man. Let's show the jersey again. Man, I could just hold this right here all day, dude. Come on, man. This Goldberg, man. I try to show y'all up and close and personal like that, man. Like the material, man. Like, this ain't no joke. This all stick everything, man. Like, even with the numbers on the shoulder. I thought I told you. Yeah, man. Goldberg, man. So, yeah. All stick everything. This the wrestler, man. The WCW extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember. I don't think Goldberg went to WWE. I think he just stayed in the WCW. But either way, if he did or he didn't, couldn't nobody beat him. They had to cheat to beat him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put Goldberg in my GOATs of best wrestlers of all time. But I'm starting to rethink that, man. I might have to, though. Well, no, I didn't put him because we did a segment of the most popular wrestlers of all time, not the best wrestlers of all time. It was the most popular. And the 4 I named was warranted, but he definitely in the top 4 Mount Rushmore of the best wrestlers of all time. He got to be. He got to be, man. This Goldberg, man, y'all stay locked in, man. Look at this, man. It's dope. It's Goldberg, the wrestler. Are y'all kidding me, man? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Goldberg, the wrestler. It's dope, man. Yeah, man. Goldberg, man. So Goldberg, man. Yeah. Goldberg, man. He had a great career in wrestling. It didn't pan out quite the way he wanted in football. But hey, that's life, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things just don't go your way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go around that corner and see what else there. So and that's what Goldberg did, man. And he just went all in, man, and just believed in himself. Just like y'all should do, man. Just like how I do. I believe in myself. You know, when I first did this podcast, man, I didn't know how we were gonna turn out. You know what I'm saying? Cause I didn't have nobody on YouTube or nowhere that do a show like this. So I had to just trust my gut and just go for what I know and just do my thing, man. And it's working out pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all showing love and y'all gave me the okay, the approval that, you know, y'all rocking with the show. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, man, just gotta believe in yourself, man. It's the same way y'all watch me, y'all can do it too, man. You know what I'm saying? What if I was like, man, I don't think I should do this. I don't think I should do that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know how it might look. Nobody else got a podcast like this, so I might look real weird and goofy because I'm the only one doing it like this. But, you know, don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as a positive, though. Like, look at it like I could be the only one doing it, and I could be great at it, and it could take out even more because I'm the only one doing it. So look at it like as a positive, though. Like, you know, do your own thing and believe in yourself, and you could be the first one to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Soulja Boy be saying all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? He the first to do everything. He the first rapper to tie shoes while eating cereal with an astronaut helmet on. You know, he the first person to read a People's magazine while sneezing. You know what I'm saying? He the first person to punch somebody in the face with a right hand and be painting a brick wall with a paintbrush in the left hand. He the first person to do that. He the first person to go down a sliding board with orange tube socks on. I mean, he always the first to do everything. I don't know what we doing. I don't know. But anyway, always believe in yourself. And do your own thing, man. And you know, that's how you stand out. You know what I'm saying? Do your own thing. That's what years ahead mean. You know, years ahead is like, you know, people thinking in the now. You years ahead, you're not thinking how everybody else thinking. You're thinking different. That's what years ahead about. It's all about being different. So, you know, I do my music. I don't want my music to sound like nobody else. I want to do my own thing. I want to be different. And I want to talk about different topics. I want to be like more lyrical and different and just different. You know what I'm saying? So, but Goldberg, man, he went a different path, man. It worked out for him. He's an iconic legend. He's not legendary in football. He didn't get a chance to really, you know, to take off like that. But in wrestling, definitely a GOAT. He one of the GOATs, man. So, yeah, just want to show love to Goldberg, man. All-Star, everything, man. This dude is legendary, man. And you know what's crazy about it? He said one time when he was wrestling, he got teary-eyed because it was a situation. It's like the match was over with, and you know, when the match was over with, his brothers, the Brotherhood from the Falcon, they came out and like had his back and like, you know, and like congratulated him and everything, like everything he been doing. And Goldberg was saying like, even like for 5 seconds, they wanted to be me. And after all them times we fought and bled on the football field, we were just like regular brothers. It was a brotherhood. You know, they even had Jamal Anderson came out there the walkway of the wrestling event. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Old Bill. So he said that meant so much to him that, you know, the Falcon team that he played with came out there and like saluted him and represented him and showed him love like that. His brotherhood, man, on the Falcon squad. You know, that was his real brotherhood though. He got drafted by the Rams, but like I said, you know, and then he ended up going to the Panthers, Carolina Panthers, a little stench of his career with the Panthers after he left the Falcons. But his real brotherhood was with the Falcons, man, all day, every day. So, you know, it's what it is. Yeah, man, but yeah, man, I'm gonna show this Goldberg one more time. This the Goldberg, man. Come on, man. It's Goldberg. Yeah, man. It's Goldberg, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all long. Just want to show that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Bill Goldberg, man. The famous wrestler, man. This is authentic, all stitch, everything Atlanta Falcons jersey. I want to make sure y'all hear that. Come on, man. Who got this, man? Yeah, man. But look. This Goldberg jersey, all stitch, everything. Atlanta Falcon jersey, man. This segment 3. I appreciate y'all been rocking with your boy this long. Yeah, man, I had fun, man. Y'all already know it. But yeah, this Goldberg, man, the wrestler, man. Y'all, man, the dude was a 173-1. He only lost one match, and they cheated him on that. The man got tased in the chest. The referee didn't see it. He too busy arguing with like the people outside the ring and whatever else was going on. And yeah, he 173-1. His wrestling record, man. That's the stat y'all need to know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my guy played football, man. Goldberg was into football heavy, man. He was a professional too, man. He went to Georgia. He went to a big D1 school, Georgia, the Bulldogs. Shout out to Bulldog. And then look what you got. You got drafted to the Rams. He left the Rams and went to the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? So he moved around in the NFL, man. He got an NFL wings up under him, man. So yeah. But yeah, shout out to Goldberg, man. I had to show this jersey, man. A lot of y'all didn't know he played football. A lot of y'all didn't know his first love was football. Y'all think his favorite love was wrestling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of wrestling heads didn't even know he played in the NFL or played for college for Georgia. So if y'all did or y'all didn't, I'm here to let y'all know he did. You know what I'm saying? He did that. Yeah, man. You know, so. But yeah, this is all still everything Atlanta Falcon jersey. And this episode 60, man. You know what I'm saying? Your boy checking out, man. It's been fun. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode. But yeah, this Goldberg, man. Y'all already know it, man. But look, before I leave too, I want to say shout out to Dirk Nowitzki, Barry Bonds, and that boy Bill Goldberg, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Had fun with all 3 of the jerseys today. For real. But y'all stay tuned, man. If y'all watch to this part right here, y'all know y'all done seen all the jerseys. So I can say the jerseys now. You know what I'm saying? Dirk Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying? Barry Bonds. Bill Goldberg. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this your boy Hen checking in, man. Years Ahead Entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? Go hard to go home to 6 and all that good stuff. But yeah. Bill Goldberg, man. The iconic wrestler. And checking out episode 60. It's in the books.
When drinking angry, the same with a mama. Pain with no gain is a bomber. Hit you with sticks.